We talked to you before spring started, but now that you kind of get to the end of it, how's this going for you?
It's been going great, man. Coming down to the competition, to the getting better of everything. Just developing. It's been amazing. Having the right people around me to just get better. That's all it's really been this whole spring for, and I'm really grateful for it.
What's the hardest part of the adjustment, just from making that jump from high school to college?
Well, obviously, I really say the speed, but it's really more of adjusting to it. Really, working on my footwork. Knowing what angles. Learning about angles.
Sure.
Like how much that is important in the game. That's what I've really been learning, and so far so good. It's really been helping my game.
How much do you feel like you've just developed overall here over the last couple of weeks?
Really good, man. I gotta say my physicality, my footwork, my hand strikes, my mentality. A lot of it is development. All thanks to my coaches, all thanks to my work ethic, all thanks to my teammate and the guys that I'm playing against.
The intricacies of the game, did that shock you? Coming just to, you probably got you knew quite a bit about the offensive line and playing it, but how much you had to learn, just very detailed oriented with how the call plays, your footwork, all that type of stuff. Was that a little overwhelming to start?
Ooh, was it overwhelming? Some part of it, but it was really, going home, watching that film, studying, asking my coaches, what can I do to make this better? I'm still learning, I'm not perfect at everything. But at the same time, I'm making sure that they know that I want to be better at it. And at the same time, my coaches are really helping me with it. Same as my teammates, I go to them, I have any questions, they're there on the dial to help me. So that part hasn't really been too crazy because I've had the right people that's been helping me. And I myself too, I know what I want to be. So, putting my head in that film, working on my footwork, working on my hands, knowing what is important and just developing off of that.
Mike,
Who do you lean on?
Do I lean on?
Yeah, as far as player-wise, teammates. Who do you lean on the most? Who you bugging the most with the question, I guess?
Who do I bug the most?
Yeah.
I'll probably bug Troy the most, to be honest. But I lean on Logan Howland a lot. He's been a guy that's really been helping me. Be any mistake I make, except for Coach being the first person to come up to me, Logan's going to come up by the side. Hey, Mike, this happened, you can do this, you can do this. And boom, he's on to the next play from that, giving me some inspiration to just keep going, And it's good having guys like that, on your team. And it's more than guys like just Logan, the team, guys like Danny, guys like Eddie, the whole line, everybody's on each other's sides. And we all get to make sure we get better.
Has this been harder than you thought it would be, or maybe not as hard, or was it about the same?
It's been hard, definitely. Yeah. But that's one thing that I've noticed is coming. If it's not hard, then it's not worth it. If it's hard, then it's worth pursuing it. It's worth getting better because of it. And I'm glad it's hard because I want to get better because of it. If it's easy, then it's not going to do the job.
What's been your toughest matchup, I guess, as far as defensive ends? Good lineman, who's been the toughest for you to block? Whether live or one-on-ones or whatever.
I have to say Mr. Mason Thomas. He's pretty fast, so he's just getting up that line, staying square, throwing that hands, just having good eyes, having good hands, having good feet, and that's what it's really like going against him. So it's a blessing going against guys like that, you feel me? And all the guys on the line, like PJ's really strong, really tall, knows how to use his hands. Guys like Daniel Kelly, guys like Taylor Wine. So it's a lot of guys on that list that, you go against them and they help you get better.
What's it been with Taylor Wine? His name's come up quite a bit here during the spring. What is it about him that you've seen going up against him that he's done really well that kind of put him in a spot to get some playing time?
Taylor's it's just too fun, man. You feel me? Every time they come up to that line, it's not no. Yeah, he gonna laugh with you, but it's nothing jolly. You feel me?
Sure.
You probably got some speed move coming up. You want to bull rush you or something like that. You feel me? It's coming with that intensity, man, and that's what I've seen him as. An amazing player, a great hustler, and a guy that comes up to you like, hey, I like you, man. I want us to get some reps together. Let's get better, So every single rep is bringing intensity, And he comes up after me after every practice. He said, Fasusi, come here to protect John Mathieu. So that's my guy, man. It's work.
So you brought up Troy Everett, and you said you asked him a lot of questions. Last year he was injured quite a bit, and the offensive line struggled a bit. Talk about his leadership and just how much that helps you guys as a unit, as a whole.
Yes, sir. Well, this is not only just Troy, guys like Fabechi, those two guys when it comes to top tier leadership that's really been helping with the O-line group. There'd be nothing but just bringing that work ethic, bringing that intensity every single practice. Not just them two, but make sure they're bringing that with the O-line. So if any day we feel like we're having a bad practice, we got those two guys, except for coach, that's gonna get in our butt. Like, hey, let's pick this up. So having guys like that, that know the game, experience, know everything that is, about that footwork, about the hands, and the physicality of the game, the mental of the game. Having those guys has been more than helpful. Like I got my nose full of 3 pages of what they just talking about every meeting we have. So it's good to have those guys.
Michael, being a 5-star and the expectations that come with that, and everybody kind of talking to you, media, fans, how have you handled that so far in the first few months, knowing that you haven't even played a snap yet?
Well, I've kind of just pushed out the 5-star thing. I've kind of just pushed that out of my head. Ever since I came out, I'm not a 5-star anymore. I'm just a guy that's trying to just play some football, and be the best I can be. So really just pushing out the side, making sure that doesn't give me another added pressure. You feel me? Because I don't really feel like there's any point in that. You feel me? I just feel like I've just come here. I've come here to develop my studies and my footwork. At the same time, build relationships with all these guys and play some football.
Mike, how is Kevin Wilson